I'm the Assassin.
I'm Bruno Raul Limata.
I'm James Moose Thomas.
I'm Johnny Spade, the new Ohio Valley heavyweight champion with the pretty new belt around my waist.
I'm Shiloh Jones.
My name is Ron Head. I'm the announcer for OVW. I'm Jamin Olivencia.
I'm Alex Silva.
I'm Rocco Bellagio.
I'm Kerry Bodie, the Ohio Valley Wrestling fan advocate.
Raphael Constantine.
I'm Rance Red.
My name's Muhammad Ali. Baez. I'm Paradise.
This is Jack Black.
This is Ohio Valley Wrestling referee Chris Sharp. This is Sexy Sean Casey. I'm Chris Silvio.
This is Michael Hayes.
This is Jason Wood.
And you're watching Triple Threat Talk.
And welcome everyone to Triple Threat Talk episode 47. We are creeping up on episode 50.
We're getting there.
We are getting there.
50 is going to be interesting.
And be sure to stay tuned because this show will be on tomorrow and on the Big B&J Network. Friday, the return
That's right.
of DWA.
Yeah, if you didn't see on the channel update I made on the top, it's description. It said Triple Threat Talk on Thursday and DWA on Friday. Hope you're all excited. I know I am. I know he is, and I know it's awesome to have him on. So yeah, get ready for it. It's gonna be we're back. So
all right, so let's do the usual
viewer question
and kick it off with the questions from our favorite viewers and commenters, as it were. From Khalil Rocks. If I was to ask you guys a trivia question on the show, would you answer it?
Does this count as one?
Does this count? Then yes, yes. Okay, that's enough.
Yes, we would answer a question.
We just answered.
We just answered.
See,
your
there you go.
Yeah.
The CAW interview.
Oh boy.
Do you think WWE should bring back a Taboo Tuesday / Cyber Sunday type pay-per-view?
God, no.
No, it's Taboo Tuesday.
Taboo with true moo nutritious
Now
and
sold
delicious.
at Wendy's. Now sold at Wendy's.
How funny is that?
It's awesome. I think no, because the fans never really truly got a say in anything. I mean, yeah, the voting was open, but the choices were predetermined.
Yeah, I agree.
It was never completely in the fans' hands, so
Right.
absolutely not.
I mean, it's kind of to more where what we did, and then get onto DWA. I mean, we're probably going to be talking about DWA throughout the whole show a little bit, just because it's coming back. When we did Interactive Insurrection the first time, I gave the fans more power, and I mean, I did have the matches set, but I did, give you an option of, say, for example, the main event with Elimination Chamber. I did say you could pick the final person. You had to say in the main event who you wanted to be in that match, and obviously, looking back on it, people wanted Nightwing to be champion, and I put him in there for that reason, and he ended up winning. So to this point, I do see them bringing it back. I think they will, only because they're getting more and more into like the social aspect of it with the Facebook thing and the Twitter. And for example, the thing on this Sunday with Santino and The Miz as the YouTube pre-show they did last month with WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. So I do see them bringing something like this back, only because they're so into the social aspect of the show. It's about what's trending on Twitter and Facebook stuff and all this YouTube stuff. So I do see them bringing it back.
Yeah, they'll bring it back in some sort of capacity, whether it be like a Taboo Tuesday or a Cyber Sunday. I don't think they'll waste a pay-per-view on it. No. They may do like a Raw, a special Raw.
I could see that.
Like a viewer's choice Raw.
Yeah, they've done that before.
Yeah, they've done it before, but I can see them doing that again.
But I don't think you'd see Taboo Tuesday or Cyber Sunday every single like pay-per-view like in the rotation, but maybe every once in a while, maybe a couple years down the road, maybe they'll put it in the rotation or something.
Right. From Against All Odds 20.
20.
How would wrestling have changed if extremely crappy wrestling never went under?
Hey, I watch ECW at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Here's the thing I've got with this. People want to treat ECW as if it was this huge powerhouse of a program. While I don't agree with the moniker extremely crappy wrestling, I
was kidding.
I know you were, but
I don't know, were you?
No, he is kidding, and I'm not trying to single out PostMaster. What I'm saying is, like, when you went out, you talk ECW, well, that's extremely crappy wrestling. I mean, it is a moniker that's out there regarding ECW. While I don't completely agree with extremely crappy wrestling, I don't think wrestling would have changed much if it stayed up. I mean, people want to treat it like it was some godly thing, and no, it wasn't. It was It was Extreme Rules Wrestling, and yeah, it gave us some of the greats like Rob Van Dam. But I mean, I don't see where anything would have changed overall. I just don't.
Don't forget Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Steve Austin.
But it's the weird thing with ECWs because, you know, at the time when all the companies were competing against each other, WCW, WWE, and ECW, it made the business better because you saw what the other business was doing, and you worked off that. Oh, these guys did this. We got to step up our game and do this. That's why the 90s were the best time in wrestling ever. Wrestling would be... It'd be a little different. I think the hardcore aspect of it would be still in effect because that's what ECW was. And I think it wouldn't have. I think it would have stayed the same to capacity and might have been as violent, but it still would have been there in some capacity. You have to remember though with ECW, they came to WWE and they worked with them during a certain period of time before the invasion angle happened. They were working with them. So, and again, like you know, the new ECW and WWE brought it back. It wasn't obviously what people wanted. So. Wrestling would have changed slight, but not as much because, like he said, ECW wasn't WCW. They weren't that big. So
Right. The only good thing about the new ECW,
WWE ECW,
yeah, would have to be the time when John Cena fought Rob Van Dam, and that place was a riot, a raucous place. And when you have a sign that says if John Cena wins, we riot, I believed it.
Yeah,
I really did. Like I was like. Dear God, for once, I really don't want John Cena to win because I don't want to see like a freaking tear gas.
I know sometimes Vince. I know sometimes Vince McMahon doesn't make smart decisions, but if he made John Cena win that match, he probably would have gotten John Cena killed.
Yeah, not only John Cena killed, I think there would have been several people killed because they would have had to call the riot police. There would have been tear gas, and it just wouldn't have been good.
Cats and dogs playing together would have been apocalyptic.
Hey,
that
was really weird. Anyway.
Also from Against All Odds 20.
Another one.
Do you guys see Albert, A-Train, Great Bernard,
Giant Bernard,
Lord Tensai, Great Muda, becoming U.S. champion or a champion soon?
I don't see why not. I mean, they've already put him over John Cena, so I think that puts him right on the path.
He was an Intercontinental Champion before when he was with Draws as Albert, I believe. So he has had that somewhat mid-card title eventually. I don't think 2012 will be the year he wins the belt. Maybe sometime early next year. I don't see them pushing him that much. I mean, obviously he beat the biggest guy in the company in John Cena, but I just see them building up more.
He did that for other reasons. Yeah, it wasn't for his reason.
I just see them building up Lord Tensai, maybe fighting people that actually pose a threat. He's fought people that are like half his size, and he fought Little Jimmy on Monday, which didn't help.
He didn't fight me on Monday.
I'm telling you.
He fought Ron Killings.
Lord Tensai and Funkasaurus are going to be fighting very shortly.
Tensai.
But I do like Lord Tensai's character, but at the same time, him being a champion this year, it might be just a little too soon.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, like he said, he really hasn't fought anybody other than John Cena that you would feel is in his league, I guess it were.
What about Yoshitatsu?
Like he said, hasn't fought anyone that's in his league. You're not the Japanese.
He should be arrested for assault. Are you kidding me? From the DJ Becca show.
Becca.
Do you think with WWE 13 being more focused on the Attitude Era, that they will use the WWE Attitude Era type arenas for Raw and SmackDown when they do the,
Right.
I mean, I'd say it's a possibility. I mean, it's just one of those things. I guess when THQ unveils it, THQ will unveil it.
Yeah, I think they'll be in the game. I don't think they'll be the standard. I think you still have the standard Raw and SmackDown arenas, whatever they look like at that point. But I do see them being in the game as unlocks or whatever, how you have to get it.
Right.
But I mean, this is going to be so far of what I've been hearing. You all right?
Yeah.
Excuse you.
Still trying to think. Right. So still gradually getting over the cold that's been plaguing me.
With the more Attitude Era focus, you're going to see a lot of Attitude Era things, not just the arenas, but certain aspects of the game, storylines. Going to have it's a game definitely keep your eyes on if you're a WWE fan, because the Attitude Era, let's face it, was the best time to be a wrestling fan, period. So with this game being more focused with the Attitude Era aspect in it, I would see a lot of stuff, not just arenas, but other things too.
Yeah, I would think so too. I mean, it seems like if this is going to be THQ's last stand, they're going to go out with a bang, as it were. They're going to make it all out. They're gonna pull out all the stops to try to make it probably the most epic WWE video game yet that they've made.
Mhm.
So I don't see why not. I mean, why not? I mean, bring back what's popular, bring back what the fans want, and what the people love. So yeah, I mean, so that wraps up questions this week. Short but sweet, and we'll take it. Big B, it is your turn this week.
I forgot to say thanks for the comments.
I was gonna get to that.
Oh, okay.
See, you jumped ahead.
I did.
But anyway, as I was saying, Big B, it is your turn to anoint this week's Viewer of the Week. So, as you were.
As I were. All right, so this week, viewer I pick. Let's see. Well, I think...
Are you okay, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
What happened?
He's taking longer to decide this than he does when he talks about tennis.
Oh, my God.
Really? I think he's deciding what to wear on his date with Cody Rhodes.
Who's the viewer of the week?
Thank you.
Cody Rhodes! That's what I believe it's like.
Cody Rhodes, you are this week's
Triple Threat Talk Viewer of the Week.
He's not even watching!
How do you know?
I'm pretty sure. So I think this week I'm going to...
sure of himself, didn't he?
Thank you. So I think this week, I did like the question from this particular viewer, so I think this week I'm going to anoint the DJ Becker Show as this week's Triple Threat Talk Viewer of the Week.
So we want to thank all the viewers for your comments, questions, queries, and quandaries.
No.
And we always appreciate it. Like he said in the beginning, he may have said it, I don't remember. I'm already befuddled. We're barely into the show. But the 50th episode is going to be absolutely amazing.
Yes.
We got some new things coming down the pike, hopefully.
Also, I want to mention, fans out there, I am going to produce a huge skit for the 50th episode. Contact me via YouTube. Send me a message if you're interested in working with the skit. I will post a thing on the Facebook page about the skit, what I would need from the fans. So if you're interested in being a part of the 50th episode skit, let me know.
Let's not forget to tell them about the 100th likes.
Oh, yes, of course. So we have 91 likes on Facebook. And if you live in the Louisville area or you're just a fan of OVW in general, what we're going to do, the 100th like on Facebook. Now, don't cheat. Do not unlike and relike.
Yeah, don't do it. I know you would do it.
We're ineligible anyway.
Why are we ineligible?
We see it every week. What do we need it for?
See, I think we should be
Obviously, we like the show if we're doing.
We get more personable with them than anybody else.
No, we don't.
That fans do anyway.
No. They all have husbands and wives.
Anyway.
If you're our 100th viewer,
thank you.
Thank you.
You will get an autographed photo of an OVW superstar of your choice.
Yes,
we thought about doing an autographed photo of me or him, but face it, it wouldn't be very good. And
not yet, at least.
I mean, if you wanted an autographed photo of me, it'd be a good roach repellent. And if you wanted a dartboard, you could use Big B. And
probably if you...
I don't know what you'd use with him, but...
I mean, I'm famous.
I mean, probably if you got an autographed photo from us to put on eBay, they'd probably have to pay you for it.
Probably.
We'd have to pay them to ship it to them.
Exactly.
And so it would be bad.
Yeah.
But, moving on from all that.
Moving on.
All that aside, it is now time for the weekly edit, as it were. So, Big B, if you would, please.
Must I?
Well, I mean, I can do it if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Please, I'll run the clip.
Doctor, give me the news. I got the bad case of the headline blues.
Oh, boy. So.
We're waiting. You're just sitting there in dread silence.
Yes.
Interesting.
Interesting.
John L. Smith hired as the Arkansas head coach. Yeah, that's going to work out for you.
Former Louisville coach. Hey, Michigan.
9-3.
What is this? A U of L farm system?
New 9-3. Can
Apparently,
you say 9-3?
Apparently,
9-3.
Arkansas is the Reds and Louisville is the Bats.
They're gonna lose to Alabama. Probably gonna lose to LSU.
Bama.
Maybe even Ole Miss this year. So.
Ole Miss.
It's just one of those things. Congratulations.
When you miss Ole.
You went from 12-0 with Bobby Petrino to 9-3. How does that feel? Get on that one, Razorbacks.
12-0 or 11-1?
Yeah, they lost a game last year.
No. I mean, they were going to be 12
Oh, okay.
this year. With
Yeah, they probably would have.
Yeah,
There's no problem.
Yeah, they had a good team coming back, that's for sure.
Colts confirm a shocker. Andrew Luck's going to be their number 1 pick in the draft.
No
this evening.
way.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, who didn't see that one coming? Come over, have a scone. Let's do it.
And also they announced today that Robert Griffin III will be the draft pick for the Washington Redskins.
Number 2.
Shocker.
As it would.
I'm telling you though, we're getting into football eventually coming up soon because football's right around the corner. I'm telling you, the Redskins are going to be good. If they build their offense around Robert Griffin, they're going to be good.
Him and this Redskins are going to be good.
They're going to be good.
Only he and I can determine proper bandwagons. Every bandwagon that you've jumped on has fallen.
I'm telling you, if they build their offense...
Hey, Linsanity.
Yeah, where did that go?
Whoa.
Where did that go? Yeah.
Linsanity.
Whoa.
Infidelity.
Whoa.
You can't say he's been injured.
I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
The Knicks are the 7th seed in the East. They're going They're going to make the playoffs.
And they're going to lose in the first round.
You don't know that.
Yes, I know.
All I'm saying is he had an impact on the team.
Yeah, he had an impact on it.
Yeah, he had an impact, all right.
They wouldn't make the playoffs without him.
Warming the seat up for Allen Iverson when he got back.
Well, to that effect, Sammy,
Not Allen Iverson.
Carmelo.
to that effect, let's put it on the opposite end of this. A little bit of a debate. A little bit of a debate before we get into the meat and potatoes of the sports. You say that about Derrick Rose? They were the Bulls at one point this year were 5-1 without Derrick Rose. Do you think the Bulls still make it to the playoffs without Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
Then how do you say the opposite for Jeremy Lin? That without a doubt, Jeremy Lin took the Knicks to the playoffs. Because you can't say that.
No, I'm saying this. With the Bulls, they have enough talent around them without him to be somewhat of a good team. They won't win anything without him. They won't win the championship without him. They are a contender with him. But with Jeremy Lin, they didn't really have anybody at the time. Carmelo was injured. Stoudemire was injured. He took over that team and then I agree with him. When they came back, they took over again. Carmelo and Amari, they took over. But while Carmelo and Amari were gone, someone had to step up, and Jeremy Lin stepped up.
Derrick Rose is the only legitimate threat on the Bulls, though.
The
They built the
7th seed.
offense.
Still,
In the NBA.
it doesn't matter.
That makes them the 14th best team.
It doesn't matter. They're still in the playoffs.
It don't matter. They're not going anywhere.
Well, still
It's not worth discussing.
It's not worth the discussion.
It's not like
They got lucky.
It's not like Timothy Richard Tebow. We're not talking about TRT. We're talking about Linfidelity. And it is a fail because it never should have
It
happened.
never should have happened.
Everybody got all wound up because of the big thing with Tebow, so they thought Jeremy Lin would be another Tebow, and it didn't happen.
Well, it didn't quite.
Leave the bandwagon.
Put the bandwagon in park,
and
get out the side door, and never enter again.
and leave it to he and I.
All I'm saying, I will say it on the show now and again. I'm telling you, I'm going to end it right here. If they build their offense around Robert Griffin III, the Redskins will win the NFC East. Period.
You are out of your mind. You are out of your mind.
Do you want to put a wager on there?
You want to put a wager on that?
We'll give you. No,
I don't make enough.
To put I'm not talking about. You think I'm talking monetary? Are you kidding me? No. This is going to be embarrassment.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do something embarrassing.
Okay.
Take a week to think about it.
Okay.
We'll revisit this next week.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
If you take this week to think about what you just said.
Fine.
You come on this show next week and you decide that you want to put something up on this non-monetary.
Fine.
We'll revisit this conversation.
Fine. Should be good.
Second year in a row, Jimmie Johnson is the most influential athlete by the Forbes magazine.
That struck a nerve.
I'd like to see you do that, sir. Sling a 3,500-pound car in the corner at 200 miles an hour and make it stick.
No. My problem's not with that. It's just I can name about 3 or 4 other people, including your man Smoke, that are more deserving. Well, that's all I'm saying.
On a NASCAR level, since you went ahead and brought that up, I guess I'll go ahead and cover NASCAR really quickly.
I'm going left!
Shut your mouth.
It's my moniker. I have to do it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I have to do
no,
it.
you don't.
Michael Hayes not did it. I have to do it.
Anyway, Denny Hamlin, for the second time this
You
season.
mean Henny Damlin?
Wins at Kansas.
Sorry,
there was no Scarecrows, Cowardly Lions, 10 Men, or Toto.
I'll get you my pretty and your little dog, too.
Really?
Really, get over it. That just happened.
It did just happen.
That just happened.
Really?
Anyway, Denny Hamlin wins. Pretty uneventful race for the most part. What?
Another one.
Uneventful.
Another uneventful.
Yeah,
race.
2 weeks in a row it's
2 weeks in a
uneventful.
row.
It's because of these stupid mile and a halves, but we finally go to a short track this week. We're in Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia.
And then next week we're on to Talladega, so a couple good weeks of good racing coming down the pike, as it were.
But yeah, I'm the first one to call people who don't think that NASCAR athletes or NASCAR drivers are athletes. I'm the first one to call them crazy.
Just like people that say jockeys aren't athletes.
Just like
I get mad about that
yeah,
too.
that makes me so mad because how else does Postmaster make a living?
That was nice. Sorry. The thing is,
Considering I'm 30 pounds heavier than what a jockey is, I don't think that would work.
Seabiscuit's jockey. He's a grown man, 6'2".
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah, but he was only 125 pounds.
True story still.
but I agree with what he said. I mean, I think people that say that jockeys aren't athletes or NASCAR drivers, they're just downing the sport and they don't respect it. I like to see them try to do it and then see what happens.
Yeah, to clarify my angst for the most influential thing, I think Tony Stewart should have been.
Yeah, after what he did.
Yeah, after what he did. It's not the fact that it was a NASCAR driver, it was the fact that it's Jimmie Johnson. Really?
Jimmie Johnson.
Hey, you know what? You know what's influential? You know what the most influential thing in sports to me is?
What?
Tennis. You want to know why?
Why?
Because it influences me to take a nap and it feels good.
Amen, brother. Amen. Chicago White Sox pitcher Philip Humber throws a perfect game.
Congrats.
Don't have too many of those.
Nope.
Yeah, try doing that one.
Actually, the Yankees and the White Sox are tied for the most perfect games in baseball history.
Yeah,
With
they are.
three apiece.
Three apiece.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. I mean, you have people out there like these beyond legendary names of pitchers, and you have this guy Philip Hummer.
So oh, go ahead. Sorry.
What was you going to say?
No, I was very going to the next story.
Oh, I was just going to say another baseball nugget I think
Go
worth
ahead.
mentioning. So, as you know, probably the most heated rivalry in baseball is Red Sox-Yankees.
Oh boy. Hope there's no Red Sox fans watching. They're going to turn around.
So, Saturday, the Red Sox lead 9-0 in the 7th inning.
It's all over.
It's all over.
Yeah,
all over.
The Yankees are done.
The Yankees are done.
Put a fork in them.
The quarterback is toast. No.
Not so fast.
Not so fast, my friend. The Yankees score, let's see, 7 runs in the 7th.
So wait. It's only 9-7. They still have the lead.
They still have the lead. They still have a fighting chance.
No. Yeah, no, they still have the lead.
7 runs by the Yankees in the 8th.
So it's 14-9.
16-9. 15-9 is the final score.
This is what happened there.
I think Bobby Valentine happened.
Yeah.
Why don't you put a mustache on and disguise yourself?
Kurt Schilling is right. Bobby
Come on
Valentine.
over. We'll wear fake mustaches.
Come on over.
We'll eat
Let's hang it.
sunflower seeds.
Let's do this.
I mean,
Take Gatorade.
I know how
In true mood.
I know how Bobby Valentine can be. I was a Mets fan, and I know how he is. Let's face it, if you're a Red Sox fan, I'd be very, very worried right now. Not only losing to the Yankees like they did, but they lost to Texas Rangers a few weeks ago, 18-3.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
So obviously the Red Sox have some
If I
issues.
had 2 twin boys, I'd name them Walker and Texas Ranger.
Yeah! Ow!
What am I going to name him? Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman?
Shut your mouth,
I'm all
old
jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Shut your mouth, old man. You're gonna talk to me like that? I wish they would. But I mean, the Red Sox pitching rotation obviously has some issues giving up that many runs, and the fact that they're up 9-0 in the 7th and then 9-7, they had like a 99% chance of winning some sports thing said about that. So the Red Sox.
Somebody better call his mama.
Either last week or 2 weeks ago, when I brought up the Bobby Valentine Kurt Schilling thing, you guys said, whoa, jumping to the conclusions. It's early in the season. Guess what? It's turning out that's true.
It's time to panic if I were to.
He's lost the locker room. You can't come out.
He's not. Like I said, the last manager they had was Terry Franklin. He was a player's manager. Bobby Valentine is not a player's manager.
He has already lost the locker room. It's
Yeah.
time to make a change.
Yeah.
So for our next clip, or for our next story, take a look at this clip.
Finishes. And the Laker crowd fired up. And a shot. As Harden goes down. Oh, that's disgraceful. That's not only ejection, that's going to be a suspension and should be. What a disgrace.
Oh!
Ouch.
What's wrong with that?
You can't do that.
What do you see there?
It's kind of...
Isn't it weird that came from somebody who changed their name to Meta World Peace?
Who?
What?
Who's Meta World Peace?
Ron Artest.
The same guy that punched out a fan in the Palace brawl between the Pacers and the Pistons.
That was legendary.
hey guys, guess what? We started up our own show! Yeah!
Whoa, that was close. If you nailed it, that would have been bad.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's awesome.
Come here, let's see. Oh, what the hell?
Are you okay?
He's not, he's concussed.
He's concussed. Alright.
You're right. Where are you?
So the NBA brings back that suspension finally today. 7 games.
Ridiculous.
For Ron World Peace.
Ron World Peace. What kind of name is Meta?
I don't know where Meta comes from.
Meta World Peace. So instead of MVP, he's MWP.
Sounds like a law firm. Meta World Peace. We'll fight for you.
We'll fight for you. And we'll start fights for you.
Yeah, right.
I think it's pretty funny that
we can start fights and then sue you.
A guy named World Peace is throwing bows.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, ironically, he's throwing bows. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot he changed his name to that.
I mean, do you guys think that if he was a first-time offender, which of course he's not?
What are you doing down there?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Well, I have a weird feeling.
What?
I think Mickey Loomis has been here. I think we're being tapped. There's a
bug.
bug.
I think we're being tapped. I like it. I like it. So, what do you guys think that 7 games is enough for Meta Ron Artest?
No.
Meta World Peace.
No, not at all. I thought he should be suspended indefinitely for the rest of this season.
Playoffs.
And maybe even part of next season.
I think the playoffs, just the playoffs. And, you know, they were talking earlier, I mean, the playoffs are worth more than a regular season game. Yeah. And I think with this penalty, since James, because the real damage from this comes from the loss of James Harden, and he may not be able to come back to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he's one of their most valuable players, averaging like 17 some odd points a game. I think this really hurts them in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, in the line of thinking for Ron Artest turns out to be, you should not be in my way. I'm Ron Artest. Right. That's ludicrous.
Ron Artest?
Now the next time they have a Miss America pageant and they say they pray for world peace, I wonder which one they're talking about.
So I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean,
you know,
you posterize somebody.
It's somehow not surprising. He's a dirty player.
He is. I mean,
so somebody around here a couple weeks ago said, and I quote, that the 8th seed in the Stanley Cup playoffs would upset the Vancouver Canucks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Adios, Vancouver!
Adios, muchacho!
The LA Kings absolutely dominate the Vancouver Canucks, winning 4 games to 1. Yeah, I like it. What? Winning 4 games to 1.
That's not just winning. That's just beating them.
The St. Louis Blues beat up on the San Jose Great White Sharks. 4 games to 1. The Phoenix Coyotes.
Good win for Phoenix.
Yeah, they knocked off the Chicago Blackhawks. Not without knocking Marian Hossa out, literally. 25 game suspension levied there for Andreas Torres. I think I'm butchering that name, but that sounds about right. The Nashville Predators, as it were, pretty proud to say.
The Kings are dead.
Knocked off the New York Yankees of ice hockey. They beat the Detroit Red Wings 4 games to 1.
Yeah, that's really good.
I mean, to win 2 games back-to-back in Detroit is pretty hard.
Yeah, Hockey Town ain't easy to win in.
Yeah, and so good job for the Predators there. They will now face the Coyotes in round 2.
I like the Predators in that one.
Yeah, they get kicked off, I think it's Friday evening. A game that's going on right now as we speak. I don't know if we can get an update. Big B can get us an update. But the Bruins and Capitals were tied at 3 games apiece going into tonight. And as we began filming, it was in overtime.
1-1 in overtime.
1-1 in overtime. So that series is definitely going down to the wire. And the Panthers with a tie with the Devils. And the Panthers are tied at 3-3. So your Devils are hanging in there.
And the Rangers, too.
And the Rangers are hanging in there as well. Both of them are going to Game 7.
It would be a shame. Like, if the Devils lose, that's what it is. But it would be a shame to see the top seed in the entire playoffs, the Rangers, after the season they had, go out.
And the Philadelphia Flyers win the boxing match. It was a slobber knocker of a hockey series. And they beat the Penguins 4-2, ousting the Penguins. So Philly advances. The playoffs have been absolutely amazing. I did nothing Saturday but watch hockey. I think I watched 6 games of hockey all day Saturday.
No more Sid the Kid.
No more Sid the Kid. If you've never really watched hockey, or you've watched it and you're kind of like, I'm telling you.
It's exciting.
Playoff ice hockey is some of the most exciting sport you can watch. I mean, it really is.
I compare hockey to baseball in the sense sometimes watching it can get kind of boring, but if you're there, it's exciting.
It's very exciting. I got to go to my first NHL game this past season, and I was like, this is absolutely amazing.
It's cold in there. It feels good.
But, so check that out, definitely. The Stanley Cup playoffs can be seen on NBC, CNBC, NBC Sports Network.
Versus 2?
NBC Sports Network is Versus.
Oh, they changed it?
They changed the name. So see it on all your NBC stations.
Of course, NBC bought it.
Yeah, and check that out, definitely. So I guess now from going on the ice to a racket and a ball. So we'll go to Big B for the Monte Carlo Masters.
Okay.
Yeah.
The poker tournament.
Yeah, no, but on a more serious note.
Flogging.
Really? On a more serious note?
What's serious about it?
I told you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
On a more serious note, we lost somebody. Well, actually, somebody lost somebody this week. Novak Djokovic lost his hero. His grandfather passed away, and that really got to him. There's actually a video of it online where Djokovic was practicing. He was signing autographs for fans, and then he found out through his phone, and he just lost it. There was a story on 60 Minutes of him a couple weeks ago, talking about how he broke into tennis and how hard it was living in the country of Serbia at the time, and he lived in his grandparents' house because the country was in war. So he looked at him as a hero, and it was a shame to see Djokovic lose that person in his life. But so the Monte Carlo Masters finals, they were Nadal and Djokovic in the finals. Actually, surprisingly, Tomas Berdych beat Andy Murray to get to the semifinals to face Djokovic, which is a pretty good win for Berdych. But Nadal wins the Monte Carlo Masters 6-3 and 6-1, pretty easily handling Djokovic. I don't know if Djokovic's emotions were in check. It's kind of hard to maybe focus at that time, especially when you're playing an opponent like Nadal. So it's a shame to see Djokovic suffer that. Hopefully he can bounce back. That's the Monte Carlo Masters. Before we move on, just a little quick French Open preview. The French Open begins at the end, about May, somewhere between May. Nadal looks good. Beating Djokovic on the clay gives his confidence a big boost. You can't count out Djokovic. He has experience. He's won a lot of matches on clay. Federer, even though he didn't play Monte Carlo Masters, he's Federer. Berdych looked good. Berdych beating Murray gives him a confidence boost, and then Andy Murray's the one you could look at. But I do see Nadal once again getting to the finals, possibly playing Djokovic again. Federer upset him last year. We'll see what happens, but I wouldn't be surprised if Nadal wins again. So.
All right. Thank you, Big B, for that rousing.
I did send out a tweet.
Monte Carlo Masters.
I don't know if you read it or not, but I did send out a tweet to Djokovic saying, sorry for your loss and what are the thoughts and prayers with your family.
And obviously, tennis will get ramped up a little higher next week with the coming of the French Open, so I'm sure Big B will have some more very insightful and professional news as it comes to the world of tennis. So I think that covers sports this week.
That was fast.
I don't think we left anything out. I think one small nugget we could I forgot to mention in the baseball segment, the Louisville Cardinals knocked off the #1 ranked Kentucky Wildcats for the second time.
We're not #1 ranked this time.
Oh, you're not number one anymore? I thought they were still number one.
LSU.
Okay, well, the Cardinals knocked off the Cardinals again yesterday, 10-2, sweeping the season series 22-2. So impressive by Coach Dan McDonald and the boys down at U of L. So.
Speaking of college, I just want to throw a quick two things out there. Congratulations to the Kentucky Wildcats for winning the SEC championship in tennis, and also the Louisville Cardinals for winning the Big East championship in tennis. Congratulations.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, congratulations.
Didn't know that. That's good news. Good news. Yeah. So that covers sports this week. As always, very interesting. So I guess now moving on, as it were.
Moving on.
To our weekly OVW coverage. And as always, We start our OVW coverage with our weekly interview with a superstar / personality.
We haven't got a Femme Fatale yet.
Yeah, what's up with that, Doctor? You need to get on that.
Tonight, tonight at the tapings we talked to one Mr. Mad Macabre. That's right, we talked to that guy.
Hey, he said we were sexy nerds.
No, it's Taylor Hendricks.
Sexy and
It was on Taylor Hendricks' page.
I know, but I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of happy for the sexy comment, but then I'm kind of like, yeah.
But we talked to Mad Macabre tonight. We're going to try and get Taylor Hendricks on soon.
All right. So this week, our interview is with a pretty interesting fella, to say the least.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Doc, you found the scary character.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Apparently, Batman. On
What?
Steroids. Check it out. It's the Assassin on Triple Threat.
Assassin.
Check him out.
What's up, Triple Threat Talk fans? This is the Doctor here at the world-famous Davis Arena, right before OVW kickoff wrestling here. When I got here today, one Mr. Trailer Park Trash handed me this flyer, and I got no idea what's going on here. You can get a good look at that. It's the River City Crime News, so I guess I'm supposed to read this. Masked vigilante known as the Assassin, self-proclaimed masked vigilante known as the Assassin, used some marine martial arts over the weekend. So I got oh my God, you must be the Assassin.
I am the Assassin.
Oh my God, Mr. Assassin, it is an honor to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Well, we appreciate you taking time out of your day and you're patrolling the streets of the city of Louisville. On your watch, the city can sleep a little bit tighter and a little bit safer.
Batman has nothing on me.
We did want to ask you, when did you start wrestling? Because your gig on the side is you are an OVW superstar. How long have you been an OVW superstar?
I've been with OVW since 97.
Off and on since 97? What?
I had to quit for a while because of crippling bone disease.
Oh, wow.
Then I found out when I was in the ring. I had the years it's been getting worse, but now I'm better. I'm trying to get back into it.
Okay.
So on my free time here, you know, patrolling the streets, keeping it safe.
All right.
Keep your neighborhood safe.
Yeah, come on, keep my neighborhood safe. We need more people like you.
We need heroes in the world.
Yes, we do.
We all can't be like Michael Hayes.
That's right. Michael Hayes is the supreme hero, and Assassin is up there with him as the other supreme hero. I did want to ask you here, though. Wanted to ask you while we're here. What has been your inspiration to be a masked vigilante, to be an OVW superstar?
Well, you know, I grew up watching Danny Davis on TV when I was a kid. My mom had me down at Close Gardens every week, and that kind of inspired me after I got out of the Marine to try to become.
So it was instilled that great American hero essentialism that we see from the Marine Corps, that they always strive to put the best foot forward. So that's what kind of got you.
That's right. There's a few from the Marines. There's only a few that can make it at OVW.
That's right, and they call them the few, the proud, and the Marines. And while I've got you here, I wanted to ask you, what's been your high points? A couple of your high points here at OVW.
Well, I was in a couple of championship matches for the tag team. Of course, the Assassin, you know, we always cheated back then, and we never really got the belt. But one of these days, I will have a belt.
We definitely hope so, because you put in more time, effort, and of course, you're patrolling the streets, man.
Right.
You're patrolling the streets. You got to get up there shortly. Mr. Assassin, thank you for your time today. We appreciate it. Guys, look out for the Assassin, not only coming to an OVW ring near you, but also to a neighborhood near you, keeping it safe. From OVW Danny Davis Arena, this is the Doctor.
All right. I want to thank the Assassin for doing that interview this week. Thanks to OVW for all they do for us.
I'm Batman.
Now I know why it's okay. Now I know why it's okay to go outside at night.
Yeah, of course.
The Assassin is roaming the streets.
Exactly.
He is watching.
We do want to thank OVW for all they do for us. It's been nothing but amazing these past couple of months. We want to take a shout out thanks to Frank Miller for letting us into your home each and every week and making us feel like a part of OVW.
Right.
Thanks to Terry Bodie. You can check him out at facebook.com/TerryPBodie. Also on Facebook, Twitter.com/TerryPBodie. You can check out the Fan Advocate program at thefanadvocate.com. I'll post the link below.
Anybody 17 years of age or younger can become a junior.
16, I think it's 16.
17, he said tonight at the taping.
17, okay.
Can become a junior fan advocate. I think it's How much do you say it was?
I think it's 20.
It's like $20. You get a shirt. It says Junior Fan Advocate. You get to do stuff with Terry at the show. Get to kind of be a part of the show during, I think, before the show, during intermission, and all that and the other. So check out the Junior Fan Advocate, the Fan Advocate page. Check out Terry P. Bodie's page.
And I want to thank the Assassin also. I know he did earlier, but definitely for sharing the story about the bone disease and all that stuff. Sometimes when we get these superstars, it's, you know, the stories they have to tell and why they are who they are and how they became who they are. It's not always about, you know, the fame and the glory. So definitely, when you have something like that, it definitely attests to the courage of a man. That is a real man right there. Someone who fights that bone disease and is still a very key part of OVW wrestling.
And before you move on to the coverage, I just want to say is I'm not going to give it away, but I will say for the 50th episode of Triple Threat Talk, we were able to land what we were hoping for. So look out for that. It's going to be absolutely
Everything
amazing.
changes episode 50.
Episode 50 is going to be totally different from there on out. So definitely be ready for that.
Yes. I actually have some TNA covered before we get started.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute, you're interrupting OVW for TNA?
It's just a quick tidbit. And OVW is with TNA, so what's the difference?
Oh my God. How dare you disrespect OVW?
I'm not disrespecting.
You know they're always first on the list.
Well, it's a quick. It leads into OVW.
Oh, yeah,
So this past Thursday, TNA will be starting an open fight night.
What's the first rule about fight night?
It's Fight Club.
Oh.
Sorry, Edward Norton.
Sorry, Brad. It's okay.
They're the same, Edward Norton. Whatever.
They're not the same.
Edward Norton and Brad Pitt, they were the same guy.
Come on over. We'll have a fight night.
We'll wear fake mustaches.
Let's go Meatloaf.
And drink Coronas.
Anyway.
In true mood. And Polar Pops.
TNA will be starting an open fight night where basically people get an opportunity outside of TNA to show what they have. We're actually really excited. Tonight on TNA, we're going to see Alex Silva, who's a OVW superstar. It's going to be really good to see him wrestle.
Let's get you out there.
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh! Big B! What? I'm going to make a phone call, and you're going to the open fight night.
Oh, God. Kevin Steen's not going.
No, it's going to be Big B versus Abyss in a steel chain.
Big B versus Rob Terry.
You die.
I died just getting in the ring.
He would point, and you'd be like...
He'd be like...
Oh, thanks to Rob Terry, by the way.
Yes.
Me and Big B attended the...
Sunday show
at Derby Expo 5.
Really, you're going to talk about this?
No, we're not. Just for a brief second. Yeah. We're just talking about what he said. Yeah. We're not covering the
that's
show.
what I'm saying. No, I mean, he pointed at you and said something. Cool.
It is cool.
That is
It's Rob Terry.
It's the fact that he pointed us out because we were the only two in the building cheering for him.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway. So go ahead.
Way to ruin the mood.
Well, go ahead.
I don't even want to now.
I'll do it anyway. We were cheering for the family. I don't know if we were saying, let's go. We were saying like family, right?
Let's go family.
No, we were going family.
Family.
And Rob Terry pointed us, and what did he say?
He said, you guys get it.
We get it.
So I talked to him at the tapings tonight. And
very nice guy.
Yeah, very nice guy.
But I was going to say with the TNA Open Fight Night, as I said, Alex Silva gets an opportunity to tape at the TNA show tonight. Who would you like to see? Who would you like to see from OVW? I mean, obviously, I know some people you would like to, but who do you see?
Do you really have to ask him? You know his answer.
Well,
you don't even have to ask him.
Well, I know one, but I'm saying anybody else.
Is there anybody else?
Yeah.
Besides Mike Hayes?
Yeah.
There's a whole roster full.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so...
One-sided.
One-sided.
I mean, I'll go before
Terry Bodie.
Really? Come on, be serious for 5 minutes. Be serious!
Yeah, I mean, I'll go first then. I mean, I want to see, obviously, Michael Hayes.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali. Vaez.
Ali.
Chris Silvio. Johnny Spade. I like to see Mr. Spectacular Jesse Goddards. Of course. What? Oh, you want to do that? I'm sorry.
Rob Terry.
I'm sorry, go ahead. He's already in TNA. Yeah, you can do it.
It's alright now, you've done ruined it.
No, you can do it.
You've done ruined it.
No.
It's Mr. Spectacular Jesse Goddards. If you're going to do it right.
Of course. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see anybody from OVW get their fair shake. So now moving on to OVW coverage.
Yeah. I thought we were already there.
Well, kind of. All right. So the show begins with the family discussing the actions of the previous week. They weren't happy because Chris Silvio was not what they wanted him to do.
Because Dag Nabbit Team Tie-Dye does what they want to do.
That's right. They're due.
Never give up.
I knew you were going to say that. I was going to go, never give up, Silvio. I'm sorry. So, Josette once again makes her matches utterly pathetic.
Yes.
Okay. Josette made a match between Silvio and Ali Valles for the television title. And Ali Valles is a five-time television champion of OVW.
Yeah. Yeah. Then the locker room came out.
Stormed the ring.
The entire daggone locker room.
Yep.
And Josette was like, "Stop it!"
She couldn't get control.
I thought we were going to have to get the doctor in there to get doctor's order.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's important.
So the matches she made, we'll get into those matches later down the line, but the matches she made were Moose and Michael Hayes taking on Bowen Services 2.0 in a handicap match. You had Shiloh Jones versus Adam Revolve, and Adam Revolve was like, whoa, I don't want to fight him. With one arm tied behind Shiloh's back, and Adam Revolve was like, I like the sound of that. Jamin Olivencia versus
Jose Del Barrio.
Thank you. The special referee, Muhammad Ali Valles.
You know what I noticed about that show?
Yes, a lot of Ali Valles.
Yes, a whole lot of
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with Ali. And then the main event was going to be Johnny Spade versus
Jesse Goddard.
And Rudy Switchblade. Also, that's weird. Also was announced was Rob Terry would take on Johnny Spade for the OVW Heavyweight Championship at the Saturday Night Special on May the 12th.
Jason won. Sorry.
Who?
Who? I sneezed.
Oh, bless
Did
you.
you hear I sneezed?
No, bless you.
Thank you.
So, starting up Saturday Night Special looks pretty good so far with the main event with Rob Terry.
Jason won.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Alright, so...
Spoiler alert.
God, you got a cold, you're going to get me sick. Shut up!
So Bowling Services wound up picking up the win over Michael Hayes and Moose.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, fella. You know why? You know why they won?
As Moose got distracted with Bowen messing with Mickey again.
Again. Adam Revolver.
I like this guy.
What do you would?
He's cunning. He's playing the mind games with
He's like a
Taker.
backstabbing
Next thing
snoop.
you're going to say is that he's dashing.
No. That's reserved for only one person.
Me?
No.
Him?
No.
Your Elmo doll in your bedroom.
Shh.
That's taking a skip back.
Anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, you were saying.
No, you were saying.
Adam Revolver stole the flowers that Ted was going to give to Brittany Beverly.
It's Brittany Deveray. Don't listen to this guy.
Sorry.
I didn't say a word.
And,
You won't say it.
Revolver then low-blowed Shiloh in their match. And
How
Revolver
dare you.
won.
Revolver is playing the mind games to a T.
He's playing something, all right.
Yeah.
Ali, shockingly, gets involved in his match.
He didn't get involved. He was just being a referee.
That's right. He was calling it right down the middle.
I think what happened was something was on Jamin's face. He had to like wipe it off, so he just jumped on him. And he accidentally
Is that what that was?
He jumped on him. He slipped, and he just landed on him like that. So
That only works when Michael Hayes was the jammer. You know that, right?
got involved. It shouldn't have been involved.
So, Jose Del Barrio.
No, he has to say it.
Jose Del Barrio
picked up the win.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then the main event, go ahead and do that one too.
Rudy Switchblade versus Johnny Spade versus Jesse Goddards. And the winner via the, now that we know, the locked and loaded Mr. Spectacular himself, Jesse Goddards.
Awesome.
So it was also announced after that Mr. Spade would be in a hardcore match this week. So we'll preview that a little bit.
Yeah.
He will be in a hardcore match against Flash Flanagan. Also, we saw a little, I guess you would say, run-in. Well, no, not run-in. Kind of a, what would you call the trailer park trash thing?
Getting him knocked
Betrayal?
out. Betrayal by Flash Flanagan.
Maybe, yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
and then we saw a rematch for the TV title, sorta.
Yeah, sort of.
Not at all.
No, you have to see it.
Yeah,
And also, we saw Epiphany take on Taylor Hendrick Motorsports.
What a fan! What a
For
fan.
the
with,
women's.
with new music supplied by Mad McCabre.
What a
Yes.
fail.
Good job, Mike. Good job.
Well, no, never mind.
Good job, Mike.
I'm not getting
So that does it for OVW coverage today.
Jason Wayne.
Stop that.
Sorry.
You gotta get rid of that cold.
Thank you.
Morons! So anyway, that does it for OVW.
K for Cody.
Where's that pen? I got a nipple vaccine.
Sorry, we got colds. I can't help it. You know, every once in a while, I just got to clear my throat. Jason Wayne, sorry.
All right, we're gonna lose people here.
You've already lost them.
So, thank you for Toby W for letting us into your hearts, into your home.
Your hearts, it's coming.
They love us. So check out OVW and Terry Bodie's fan page at thefanadvocate.com. Check them out every week at ovwrestling.com.
Yes.
And
Facebook.com/OVW Wrestling. Twitter, OVW Wrestling. Also,
Twitter.
follow us at Triple Threat Talk.
The number 100.
Yeah. The Doctor at
The Doctor at
TTT. You, my friend, are Hurricane of Pain. And I am Postmaster Jones.
Yeah. The links are all there.
That's right.
So moving on to WWE.
Do we have to talk about freaking SmackDown?
Actually, there's something I want him to mention. I'm going to run this real quick. Then we're getting into discussion about SmackDown. I really want to talk about this.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. SmackDown's been covered. So
all I was going to say, about SmackDown, I know see some things that they didn't like, whatever, but one thing that I know is Daniel Bryan is getting better on the mic, in my opinion. He cut a promo.
Yes!
I'll have what they're having.
It's true move. No. But he cut a promo saying AJ was never born, which is...
it's kind of hard.
Yeah, really.
AJ's hot.
I find it funny sometimes with wrestling. Like, I know it's like a show. It's scripted, and I guarantee you when they go back in the back, it's like, I'm really sorry. So after Daniel Bryan mentally destroyed AJ, she visually assaulted Natalya, and there was pictures on WWE.com of how that turned out. Alberto Del Rio defeated the Big Show with help from Cody Rhodes. Good. Beat up the Big Show. No one likes the Big Show.
Me and the Doctor do.
No, you don't.
Yes, we did.
He does not like the. He doesn't like the Big Show. Her Wade Barrett. Are you kidding?
Are you freaking kidding me? He took the best superstar they have out.
No.
No, best superstar right now is CM Punk.
Shut up.
And Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler will never. You can just stop that right now.
Nope, not gonna stop.
Tell him. Stop it right now.
Stop it.
And the main event featured Sheamus, Randy Orton, and I would say the Great Khali, but he got injured in the first 2 seconds.
Awesome.
The 2012 version of Billy Gunn is not the greatest superstar in WWE.
I would say he's the greatest. He's one of the best.
No.
He's one of the best.
Close.
Yeah, he is. Anyway.
When he tags team with Sylvester the Cat.
That's not his. He's had matches with CM Punk that were really good. Anyway, Sheamus, Randy Orton, and the Big Show defeated Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, and Cody Rhodes. That was SmackDown. And then I wanted to get a thing from you. You mentioned about the SmackDown tapings this past week, which is a big, big topic.
Yes, excuse me. The SmackDown tapings this week were held in a town somewhere in Minneapolis. The city is slipping my mind. Neither here nor there. The fact is, the arena held 11,000 people.
And how many did they have?
4,000.
Not even half.
Good job, SmackDown.
Not even half.
Not even 5,500.
And tell them what they had to do.
Check out OVWrestling.com.
And tell them what they had to do for the show.
They actually had to move people from around to be in front of the camera to make the arena look full. That's how bad it was.
Yeah. OVW tried to take a page out of that.
Yeah, it was a pretty full crowd.
Yeah, I think the reason they did that because the people at the concession stands, they weren't sitting down yet.
I know.
It was.
They asked us here at Triple Threat Talk to move. Really?
Really?
We were in press row. We couldn't.
We were sitting with our friend Michael and the other friend Michael.
That's right.
We were Michael. It's Mike and Mike.
Mike and Mike.
Well, not the Mike.
Michael and Mad McCaber, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right, now moving on to Raw, which I thought was very interesting, very good this week.
Except for the end.
Well, yeah. Edge returned with a nice haircut.
Jason Wayne.
No, it was Edge.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Adam Copeland, whatever.
I'm sorry.
And he gave an emotional pep talk to John Cena.
I love that.
Yeah, he got in
He's
his
like, I want the John Cena.
Like, wake up!
They put me through 2 tables to win the title. I was like, yes! I was like, yes.
As regarding to Edge, his contract expires with WWE soon. He wants a similar
expires Monday.
He wants a similar contract that Shawn Michaels has, like an ambassador contract, so they're working out the details with that, with Edge.
Oh, yeah.
So Chris Jericho then gave CM Punk a gift basket full of liquor.
I did like the thing with
liquor?
I did like the thing with Josh Matthews.
Triple Threat Talk
he gave
basket full of liquor.
CM Punk gave the liquor to Josh Matthews. I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it.
And then Alex Riley told Chris Jericho that he saw him drinking set liquor. And then Chris Jericho made John Laurinaitis set up a sobriety test, which CM Punk later took, and he passed it.
Twice. He took it twice.
Took it twice.
He failed the first time.
Z.
And then
X. Y.
And then he pretty much rolled over Chris Jericho.
He hit him over the head with the microphone.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
Pipe bomb.
And he beat the living potatoes out of him.
Potatoes.
So how much is Paul Bearer worth?
He's died twice already. Or
A
3 times.
refrigerator?
Apparently this is the third time in kayfabe he's died.
Can't say that.
Can't say that. Stop saying that word.
Sorry. Say fake K.
This is the third time in kayfabe he's died.
First, he was buried with cement.
Yeah.
Then he got thrown off a ladder like 20 stories down to his...
King, you come to save me.
No, he just came to take the duct tape off your face. So you can scream and suffer at the same time.
So now he's frozen to death. So he goes from being a cement block to asphalt grease to an ice block. He's there.
I'm so cold.
His expression is priceless.
Yes.
Mark Henry becomes probably the most winningest person to beat a champion and not become the title. Not become the title holder.
Become the title itself.
Yeah, but it was thanks to Daniel Bryan being the special guest.
Yes!
However, I must say, I must have messed with my television the whole time during this match. I just couldn't get my contrast of the color right. I couldn't figure it out.
Brock Lesnar became CM Punk Jr., had a whole bunch of demands that he wanted met, including next Monday, look out for Monday Night Raw starring Brock Lesnar.
I do want to mention a thing before we get to the end of Raw. You were telling me, if you didn't see the Divas match, because then people usually turn it off, Nikki Bella became the new WWE Divas champion, and it looked like Beth Phoenix really hurt her ankle, but you told me it wasn't.
It was a fade cave.
Which looks really legit.
It was a work, as they call it.
Yeah.
She was even seen playing the work, walking through
Good
the
acting.
airport in
Good
Detroit.
job.
But the plan is, because it's already on there, so I'm not giving any spoilers that you don't like me to do. Jason Wayne.
Stop that.
But anyway,
Cody's gay.
Was that even relevant?
It is relevant to my interest.
Of course it is. It's Bash Big B Day. No, I'm sorry. It's Bash Big B Show.
The plan
Triple
is,
Threat Talk featuring a bashed Big B. Bashed by Cody Rhodes. That's
would
right.
that be? Never mind.
I hate this show.
Bashed by Cody Rhodes.
No, that wasn't where I was going, but I'm not going where I was going. But anyway, so the plan is for, because Nikki and Brie are fired after Monday night, so Karma's going to return and win the title.
Sounds pretty good to me.
That'd be awesome because she said, I hope you two are still with the company when I come back.
Yeah, then for one more day, right?
One more day. She's going to kill them both.
They're going to re-sign. The Bellas are too
No, they're gone. They don't want to resign.
They're
They're
done.
done with
They're
them.
done.
They don't want to re.
Which would be a shame that Daniel Bryan, because he dates one of them. So.
No, he doesn't.
He dates one of the Bella twins.
He dates.
After Brock made his demands, we probably saw for once a contract signing that was actually a contract signing instead of a sorry excuse for a backyard brawl because Cena came out with the Thugonomics lock and key and all that fun stuff and never took his eyes really off Brock as they signed.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where...
We're hoping, I don't know about you, but we're hoping on Sunday he comes up to the Thugonomics gimmick again. It seemed like he was wearing the jean shorts, which I think was usually different. He doesn't wear the jean shorts anymore. I don't think.
I think isn't that what people kind of want? Like I wouldn't mind if he came out in Thugonomics.
I think that pep talk might have helped him get to that. It's like nothing is working. I gotta change my
I think the reason why he didn't show up the first time when they called him out is because he was at Home Depot standing in line to get his chain padlocked, and there was only one cashier, so he was running late. So they had to wait till he got back so they could replay it again, and then that's when he showed up.
All right, so yeah.
So what do you guys think about this whole CM Punk angle? Like what's going on here? I know we discussed it, and we're trying to make our best efforts to
see him drunk,
to not just read over everything that happened here. So we discussed this a little bit. Where do y'all think they're going?
I mean, I like the CM Punk thing. It's fresh. It's something controversial, which is really good because you didn't think anything the CM Punk would ever involve alcohol. Mm-hmm. One thing I want to say, which is completely stupid to say by WWE, is where like just Jericho was saying to John Lawrence, "Oh, CM Punk's drinking," and Eve Torres is like the new assistant to general manager or whatever. She's like an executive or something. She was saying, According to WWE rules, a superstar can't drink within 12 hours of performing in WWE event. You ever hear of Stone Cold Steve Austin? Seriously. Oh, God.
I mean,
But that's his character. It's different.
But
So what?
I like how...
It's not really beer.
I like how this whole thing is Zima. I like how this
Zima.
whole thing
It's all alcohol.
It's all duels.
I like how this whole thing is kind of developing, and it's going to come to a head this Sunday at Extreme Rules, and we're about ready to make our Triple Threat Talk predictions for Extreme Rules.
So, Extreme Rules preview. First up, the YouTube pre-show.
As we all know, these are the only matches as of right now. They'll probably change again.
They might have one more. Might have one more match, maybe two more. So the YouTube pre-show, which will be on WWE Fan Nation. If you're at home on the computer, you can watch it on YouTube.com/WWE Fan Nation. It's United States Championship match. Santino Marella taking on The Miz.
The Miz hasn't been on Raw for 2 weeks, and he has a match.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Santino.
It's not that hard.
It's flip a
Flip
coin
a coin if you have to.
I'm gonna say Santino.
Santino Marella.
Intercontinental Championship match. Big Show and Cody, a.k.a. the Suicide Watch match.
That was the last one.
Part 2.
That was the last one.
Part 2.
Enjoy.
We can only hope.
Because I will.
Whoa!
What? What?
I'm gonna hate you more.
I think Cody Rhodes beats him and gets his title back because Big Show being Intercontinental Champion makes no sense.
Makes me sick. I pick Cody Rhodes.
I pick Rhodey Codes.
And it'll be sweet justice when Cody Rhodes beats him.
Randy Orton versus Kane in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Kane got the best of Randy Orton at WrestleMania, so you can expect that to be reversed this time. Randy Orton.
I do like Randy Orton to win this one as well.
Randy Orton wins.
WWE Championship match. CM Drunk versus Chris Jericho in a Chicago street fight. Whereas CM Punk did beat Chris Jericho at Mania, I think Chris Jericho leaving and coming back to the company is going to show here because I think the company is going to have CM Punk win in his hometown of Chicago.
And he won last time. They were in Chicago with John Cena Money in the Bank, where that crowd was one of the best crowds I've seen in a long time on pay-per-view. As much as I think CM Punk winning in Chicago would be smart, I think having Jericho hold the title for a little bit would make more sense. I'm going to go with Jericho on this one, actually.
I'm going with Y2J. If it doesn't happen, I might flip tables.
Obviously.
World Heavyweight Championship match. Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Not going to happen.
I gotta think Daniel Bryan takes this one.
Wow. I mean, their match with WrestleMania wasn't anything you could really base this off of because it was so quick. The 2 out of 3 falls match does kind of maybe favor Bryan, and the fact this yes thing is taken off. As much as it pains me because Sheamus is my favorite wrestler, I'm going to have to pick Daniel Bryan, to be honest.
I'm going with Sheamus. I don't think they're going to give him the title like that and just take it away that fast.
I want Sheamus, but I'm picking Daniel Bryan.
He won Royal Rumble, obviously, and he won at WrestleMania, albeit it was planned. It's not his fault that he was involved in a 17-second match. It was planned that way.
Right.
And I don't think he's going to lose the title just yet.
Okay.
John Cena versus Brock in an Extreme Rules match. As much as I want Brock to win, I don't see Cena losing back-to-back pay-per-views. I'm going to have to say Cena.
He's lost a lot here lately.
Lost Lord Rock, Lord Tensai. I think Brock Lesnar wins.
I wouldn't pick Brock Lesnar if he was fighting me, or you, or Yoshitatsu, or whoever.
He's fighting me.
But either here nor there, I cannot stand Brock Lesnar. I hope John Cena whips his bahootie, and I would love...
Bahootie?
Yes. So I want John Cena to win, and I picked John Cena to win versus Brock Lesnar on Sunday at Extreme Rules.
All right. So that does it for wrestling.
Wrestling.
Big B, you got a wild card. Get it done.
Whoa.
You don't have a wild card, sir?
No, I do. I just can't remember it.
Okay. My wild.
Really?
I didn't write it
My
down.
wild card. All right. Now, with the Madden games, for the past, since its inception, the EA team has decided who should we put on the cover and whose team should we put at risk because the Madden curse has been around. So EA decided for the 2012 version of the game, you know what? We're done. We're tired of getting blamed for people saying, you put my guy on the cover. You ruined my team. Blah, 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 blah. So now the fans decide. That's why last year Peyton Hillis was on the cover because I doubt EA would have picked a Cleveland Brown player. Just saying. So this year, the finals for the men cover for Men 13 come down to Cam Newton, the rookie quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, or one of the best receivers in the NFL, Calvin Megatron Johnson for the Detroit Lions.
Not to be confused with Transformers.
Right. So
actually, that's where he got his nickname, though.
I know, but not to be confused with
Transformers. Anyway, so I feel bad for either of these guys. Cam Newton had a fantastic year, most passing yards for a rookie quarterback, and Calvin Johnson just an outstanding player. Don't the Lions suffer enough? Calvin Johnson wins. He's going to be on the cover of Man 13. How bad do you feel for the Lions?
Pretty bad, I guess. I don't know. I guess
that's
that's
supposed to be, considering I don't really care. I don't like the Lions. I don't, what...
49ers are going to crush him this year.
But
what do you want me to say?
I'm just saying, it's like, put yourself in a fan's shoes. Say, for example, it was someone for the Broncos, someone for the... Your guy was close. He was in the semifinals, Patrick Willis. So if he was in the cover, how would you feel?
Patrick Willis is my favorite player right now.
So I'm just saying, how would you feel if he was in the cover?
That might have made me mad.
Here's the thing. They can't get any worse. They've already had the record just a couple years ago of going 0.
Right, but last year was
they had a pretty good
last year they were in the playoffs for the first time, and I can't remember. And they had a damn good team last year.
I know it's a curse, but just like records and just like everything else, things are made to be broken.
I don't know. This one's tough because people were saying like Peyton Hillis had a great year before that, and then last year he did.
Yeah, but a lot of that was his own doing, though.
Well,
a lot of that was his own doing. Who sets out of a football game with strep throat? Really? Nobody.
Well, for the first couple of years when it happened, you can kind of call it a coincidence. It's happened every single year since 2001, or since it was on the cover. It just happens. So
Doc?
Go ahead. I can't remember mine. I'm struggling.
My wild card this week is a musical-related wild card.
Musical.
And if you don't know, I'm a big advocate. I'm a big country music fan.
You're the music advocate?
No.
You have to play it backwards, get everything back?
Yeah. House back, my dog's back, my wife's back, all that good stuff.
Right.
Anyway, this past week, one of the highest honors that could be bestowed upon an artist in country music was bestowed upon my wife Stephanie's favorite performer, Mr. Keith Urban. He was inducted into the Grand Ole Opry. He is the first non-North American born citizen to be inducted into the Grand Ole Opry, so that tells you what an honor it is for him, for his fans. I know it was an honor and a thrill for my wife to be there. I know she had a blast. I know it was, good times. He was inducted by Trace Atkins and Josh Turner, and he also had some. He had a video from Brad Paisley that was pretty funny. He said, Keith Urban a lot of times is known for short, long hair, and he said, well, I'm glad to see you finally bucked the trend. He said I had to go to the Opry and get him to change the rule on the fact that men that have hair down to here can't be inducted. So good job there, but. Congratulations, Keith Urban, on that for becoming the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry, and he's well deserving. He does a lot for the country music community. He holds a concert every year for the Country Music Hall of Fame, where all the proceeds go to benefit the Country Music Hall of Fame. So definitely a well-deserved honor. So congratulations to Keith Urban.
I remember.
Rejoice.
Yay! My wild card this week has to do with policies. That's what it was, policies.
Okay.
So this week we've got a lot of things going on with the NCAA. We've got meetings to figure out, are we going to change with the times? Are we going to keep on going as we are? Because in Europe they have organizations to oversee tennis. They have organizations to oversee golf. They have organizations to oversee basketball. So when you do these things back to back to back like this, you got to think, is the NCAA being in charge of everything pretty much the stupidest idea you can possibly conceive of? And the answer is yes. Because what happens is they think the entire rules for the entire system is the same universally. Like, they can't be paid, they can't be this, they can't be that. When the situation changes, from sport to sport, okay? The situation, because not all sports are the same, right? So the situation clearly has to change. Like, you can have 98 people on a collegiate football team, but only 12 people on a collegiate basketball team. So it changes from sport to sport. Now, the situation that arises here that really kind of got my gears going are people saying that college players shouldn't be paid. Now, I don't think they should be paid while they're in college. But my point is this. When you have a game like NCAA March Madness 2012 or 2011 or whatever, the stats from the previous year's players on each player's team are the stats of that player, the stat and the number. So it is a likeness of that player.
They just don't use the name.
They just don't use the name.
Yeah.
But United States copyright laws require anything we're giving a likeness to be given the royalties thereof. So my issue is the fact that these players are literally getting robbed. Now, I know that when they get to the NCAA, when they get to the NBA, when they get to the NBA, they're going to be making millions of dollars. But no one can deny that there's a little bit of a waiting time between the NCAA and the NBA. We're in that waiting time right now, okay? The NCAA is just wrapped up. The NBA draft is around the corner. Until that NBA draft comes out, guess what? They're making minimal money. Like when they do the fan signings and autograph signings, they're getting paid a percentage of that, but it's nowhere near that big.
Right.
Now, on something like NCAA March Madness 2000 or whatever, the March Madness games, these games sell millions and millions and millions of dollars. And I, for one, think that there should be a scholarship fund, or not even a scholarship fund, but a trust fund, where each player involved in the game gets a small piece of the pie to be given to them the moment they step off that graduation stage or the moment that they go pro. And I think anything else is absurd, because if you're out there using the likeness or the name of Optimus Prime or Jack Sparrow or whatever, you're infringing. If you're making money off of that, you are infringing on copyright purposes. Now, what we do with the DWA is different because we don't take money. So therefore, we're not liable we're not breaking copyright law. So if you're taking money away from these kids, you are breaking copyright law. I'm saying that these players need to be given a certain amount of money from these games because it's the right thing to do. Because you are using their likeness. And the NCAA is coming down to the point where one of two things is going to happen. They are going to have to change with the times, or they're going to crumble, and it's going to be their own fault. That's my wild card. Think about that.
All right. Anybody have? Go ahead.
I was just going to touch on it in a brief minute. I was just going to say, to an extent, I kind of disagree because they do get paid. Because when they do graduate college, they don't have thousands and thousands upon dollars of student loans to pay back because they had all their college paid for. They had their food paid for.
They get paid for it.
They had a roof over their head. So they are getting paid.
They are getting paid.
Like, if you went to college, obviously you're not going to play a sport. I mean, you could, but I'm saying you're not going to. So you're going to shell out your own money unless you get like student loans or grants, which grants you don't pay back. Student loans you do.
Right.
So they do get paid in a sense of if they go to like, I'm just going to say UK for instance. I think it's like $15,000 a year to go there, maybe
for
more
their
than
scholarship.
that. Right. So they're getting paid to go there.
But that's all set aside by Title IX.
Right, but what I'm saying is it's not like they're already getting a benefit because they get treated differently.
But the scholarship is there for the player to go to. That's why these players get recruited.
Right, I know.
It's an incentive.
It is an incentive, but the ones that make it and the ones that get a scholarship are getting paid.
Right. No one's arguing that.
Right,
I'm just saying that how would you like it if I started using your likeness, Postmaster Jones, and started making money off of that? That's robbing you, right? That's taking money from your likeness.
But if I was, to an extent, you're right.
Right. But there's no to an extent to
but if we were in the same sort of situation where I was getting paid in a different kind of way, maybe I wouldn't feel as bad. The one thing I say I don't agree with where they should get paid on, and they don't, is like, for instance, and this was brought up the other day in discussion, and that is like, for instance, when you go to like, say a place like Cardboard Heroes or Champs or something like that, and you go in, you walk in, and you see a Florida 15 jersey. Everybody knows that's Tim Tebow.
Right.
Okay, well, the jersey is blank. It doesn't say anybody's name on it. But everybody that watches college football, watches sports, knows that Tim Tebow wore 15 in Florida.
Still does.
So, in a sense, they should get paid on jersey sales.
They should get paid on anything with their likeness.
Like, they should let them put their names on the back of the jersey. Because people want to collect stuff like that.
I wonder if Robert Griffin III gets paid for being on the cover of NCAA 13.
And see, that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. All these
Tebow
things.
was on the cover of NCAA
11.
11.
But did he
Blake
get paid
Griffin.
for it?
I don't know.
Blake Griffin's been on the cover of the NCAA games.
Basketball, the last one they made.
Yeah. I don't. It's a touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject, but at the same time, these kids are getting robbed by using their likeness. Yes, they do get paid. You're right. Absolutely right. They do get paid on scholarship. But that's an incentive to come to the University of Kentucky or the University of Louisville over the University of Baylor or the University of California or whatever. It's an incentive to come there because each team offers a different recipe to get that player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas U of L may have offered Anthony Davis a chance to be trained up, and hey, you're going to be our guy in the second year because Rick Pitino chooses not to play freshmen in the majority of cases. Calipari said, you come here, you're going to get playing time instantly because that's his philosophy. There's no right or wrong. It's just a recruiting tool.
Right. It's the way you coach.
Right. And so the scholarship that the player accepts is an incentive, whereas the money should be rightfully theirs. It's a likeness. So I think that's the whole thing that I've been coming from.
Sure. All right. Anybody have an idiot of the week?
Oh, we did. Who was it?
I do. If you do know what I'm talking about? Or do you have somebody else you're thinking of?
Who did I tell you was the idiot?
I don't know, but I have one. If you
go ahead. It might be him.
Lay it on.
All right, so.
Who was it?
So, was it last week this happened with this Three Stooges thing?
Yeah.
Last week on Raw?
Last week or week before.
Week before, okay. So the Three Stooges movie they were promoting, and they had Three Stooges come out.
Yeah, this is totally.
So, you have Will Sasso, who plays one of the Three Stooges. You have somebody else I never heard of. Then you have Sean Hayes, who plays Curly. Or was it Larry? I can't remember.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So anyway, they're on the show. No one really cared. The only thing that was funny was Will Sasso impersonating Hulk Hogan and getting choked on by Kane, but that's not the point of the subject. So Sean Hayes goes on Conan the next night and talks. Obviously, he's there to promote the movie first and foremost, but Conan does bring up the point that he was on WWE Raw. And basically, he told him that he was embarrassed to be there, and he was downing the show. You could tell by the tone of his voice. And he basically said he would never attend a WWE live event. Dude, you were there as a guest, and you're downing the whole product. That's completely ridiculous. And you're in a three. And CM Punk retweeted this, and I completely agree 110%. He said, "Really, you're embarrassed to be running a Three Stooges movie? Really? Think about that one.
Yeah.
Like, you're a good actor in Will and Grace. I know that got a lot of praise for what you did on that show, and I respect that. But you were on one of the more popular things in pop culture, and you're completely down it because you're in a Three Stooges movie. You think that's not embarrassing? You gotta take a look in the mirror, Sean Hayes."
So Sean Hayes, you are this week's Triple Threat Talk
Idiot of the Week.
I was very to say you were the week.
You were the
really?
week.
Sean Hayes, you're the week.
No. Is that everybody?
Who was
that's all, folks.
Is that it for you?
I had an idiot of the week, but I forgot it.
Maybe it'll come to
I've
you.
been having memory problems this week.
This week or just forever?
My photographic memory is overloaded.
Anyway, so thanks for watching the show this week, everybody. If you want to like us on Facebook, you can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/triplethreattalk. Don't forget about the OVW Superstar Incentive.
Jason Wayne.
Yeah, maybe if you want Jason Wayne, right? You bring up a good point. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can at Triple Threat Talk. Follow us on Twitter at Triple Threat Talk with 1 T. Talk. And you want to send any comment or question you have, you can at triplethreattalk@yahoo.com. So with Triple Threat Talk, this is Big B.
This is Postmaster Jones saying see you next time.
And this is the Doctor.
See everybody and enjoy Extreme Rules. Yeah!